Hello there, my name is Ben Chapman and welcome to episode 42 of my Rebranding WWE save, in which we are taking WWE in the post-pandemic world. Well, we said it was post-pandemic, we're in January 2021 in game. We're in January 2021 in real life, and there's still a pandemic. But let's not be too down about that. This is the escapism reality here. And we've got... If you like this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for daily Total Extreme Wrestling content. We've got SmackDown here on the build to Royal Rumble. Last episode was Raw, episode before that was Starrcade, which was the SmackDown exclusive pay-per-view. And we've got the Unknowns attacking Robert Roode to kick off our SmackDown. It's a cold open, and it's the Unknowns ganging up on Robert Roode, all four of them, to take him out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. The four Unknowns. We then get the New Day backstage, and they challenge the club to an 8-man tag at the Royal Rumble. Of course, they all need to find a partner or partners, because I don't know if Woods is going to be cleared. I don't think he is. I think I'm writing him off. This episode, actually, I think he's being written off. So it'll be the New Day and another team against the club of AJ, Balor, Anderson, and Gallows, who, of course, helped Balor and Styles will retain their tag team championships at Starrcade. Gets a 98 rating, great promo from these 7. The Unknown 3 gets a match. And Unknown 3 defeats Jinder Mahal in 6:30 with a 6:30 senton. That's a clue as to who he might be. Gets an 80 rating. And we get announced that it's going to be Unknown 3 versus Robert Roode at the Royal Rumble. Rumble, apparently. Not Royal Rumble, Rumble. Typos are always fun. She gets an 86 rating for that announcement. And that is a official match. Unknown 3 versus Robert Roode for the Intercontinental Championship. They get Luke Gallows taking on Big E, who picks up the win with a inverted full Nelson bomb, the Gallows pole. Big E gets a 94, Gallows gets 85. The fact that Gallows has been in a 87 rated match, which admittedly Big E carried, but it's still very good for Luke Gallows. Then, backstage, the club attacks Xavier Woods after the commercial, and they do write him off. There's that write-off, which I mentioned earlier. Gets a 90 rating. Alexa Bliss comes out, and she, on the screen, in the Firefly Funhouse with Bray Wyatt. Wyatt, not necessarily the Fiend, but I've just put him as the Fiend, because it is frustrating to have to switch him over between the Fiend and Mr. Rogers. I just leave him as the Fiend character. And Alexa Bliss is going to be challenging for the SmackDown Women's title. It's a 100 A-star. Edge and Christian have a segment where Elias hits Christian with a guitar backstage. They're going to be in a tag team match later tonight. Then get a debut. A debut comes out, and it's Karrion Kross with Scarlett Bordeaux. And they're debuting to announce that Karrion Kross is challenging The Fiend for the Royal Rumble. I'll be honest, we kind of ran out. We didn't really have any baby faces spare, because most of our over baby faces are the New Day, and that's all people that the Fiend's already faced. SmackDown's quite thin at the top at the moment, but we are building up people. We've got the return of the Pure match. Mark Calloway's bringing back the Pure match, and it's going to be between Drew Gulak and Bubba Tunde. The 5 judges are Road Dogg, Jesse James, Robert Brookside, Ron Simmons, Shane Helms, and John Laurinaitis. It's 100 rating. And it goes less than a minute when Bubba Tunde knocks Drew Gulak out. The size difference is the big thing put over here. Paige did some good work at ringside. Judges don't even matter because it's a knockout finish. Banks attacks Bayley. Of course, Sasha Banks returned at Starrcade. Nobody was really sure which side she was on. She makes it quite clear now she is against Bayley. Attacking her here, which is going to set up a long-term feud, which these two aren't going to fight until WrestleMania. That's how long this is going to be. These guys aren't fighting until WrestleMania. That's when this blow-off's happening. It's an 82 rated for this segment, though. Speaking of the women's division, though, Sonya Deville defeats Naomi with a modified Go-Go Platter. And Sonya, to make her first defence of a SmackDown Women's Championship. Sonya Deville is, of course, a babyface-ish here. Sort of a tweener. She's just a badass, which the fans like. It's a 90 rated, great match. 94 rating for Deville. Jey Uso cuts a promo. Jey Uso was also one of the people who I was thinking of putting into the title picture against The Fiend, but I decided against it because I think there's better people I can elevate. I think, because obviously eventually Jey's just going to fall back into the tag division, and it's not really going to elevate him having a singles match with The Fiend. Not that I'm really trying to elevate him, because he loses to Shinsuke Nakamura in just under 10 minutes when Nakamura hits the Samoan Driver, but Nakamura was slightly off his game, only getting a 90 rating, which is still bloody brilliant. Gets an 89 rating overall. Bo Dallas challenges Karrion Kross for next week. It'll be Karrion Kross's first match on the main roster. And yeah, I know, there's obviously 3 matches because the show is on week 4 of January, I want to say, Royal Rumble. The 3 matches are quite simple. In week 2, it's Bo Dallas versus Karrion Kross. In week 3, it's a tag team match, Bo Dallas and Alexa Bliss versus Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux. And on week 3, it's Alexa Bliss versus Sonya Deville. It's quite a simple trilogy of shows. It's a 95 rating. Get some of our lower down tag teams to have a bit of play here, as the Motor City Machine Guns defeat the Forgotten Sons when Alex Shelley submits Wesley Blake with the Border City Stretch. 74 rating. Nikki Cross cuts a promo, has a vignette backstage, where, whilst Nikki's been quite sensible recently, she's going back to psychotic Nikki. Nikki Cross has snapped again. God, the SmackDown Women's Division I've got is stacked. Braun Strowman loses to Cesaro with a sharpshooter. It's really a showcase match for Cesaro, this is, to let him show off his strength with an opponent the size of Braun Strowman. Then get a new TV segment, which is Tea Time with Booker T. And yes, that is a pun. And his first guest is Liv Morgan. And she gets interrupted by Lacey Evans. Gets an 80 rating though. The tag team match which I mentioned earlier sees Elias and Cal Bloom take on Christian and Sami Zayn. And Sami Zayn makes Cal Bloom tap out to the Koji Clutch. Gets a 77 rating overall. We get a quick promo from Sheamus before our main event segment sees The Fiend Bray Wyatt attack Mr. McMahon backstage. The Fiend is getting more and more unpredictable. He's getting more and more volatile with his random attacks. He's attacked Mark Calloway backstage. He's attacked so many people, and this Vince McMahon is the big attack. This is the big cliffhanger segment. What do we get overall for this show? Gets a 90 rating. Again, we are limited due to our TV deals, but we are going to negotiate these. But the fact that is our Fox deal, but to be honest, USA wasn't one of the regions we were limited in. We are going to be looking for new TV deals soon, I promise. But I've been Ben Chapman. That was SmackDown, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye.